are very noisy behind me, and there's a reason for that. We've got some new little chickens, and I think they're making themselves known. But before I introduce you to our new chickens, I want to tell you about the chickens' new shed. I've built them. Well, actually, I got this from B&Q, and at the at the bottom of it, we've done a concrete base because the shed is wooden, and so that the base didn't go rotten, my dad and I dug an area. We put some concrete down, and then on top of that, once it had set, we put some paving slabs, and around 3 sides of it, you can see there's a little wall. Now, the reason for this wall is because the back of the garden goes up a little bit. So to stop the soil coming down and the rain and it getting wet at the very back of the shed and going rotten, that's why we've done this little wall. Now, this shed is lovely. It's 6 foot by 4 foot, which is much larger than the one that they had before. I've also made them a lovely run, and there's some lovely wire netting here, which is too small for any little birds to get through. So if there is an issue with bird flu, then they're protected. Inside the shed, I will show you now, because I've made them a nesting box. I've done them a trough for their feed, and I've also done them a perch. So let me show you inside their new shed. Now, hopefully in here you can see I've got a nice little trough here, which is just a bit of guttering, and I've put that there, and that's what I put their food in, so they can come and, hello darling, they can come every now and then and have their food and have their breakfast. I also put some grain in their straw so that they can scratch it. I've got a lovely deep amount of straw here for them, so they're on like deep litter now, which is lovely. It's about 6 inches deep, so they've got lots of nice space to play. And at the back here, I've made a nesting box for them. They haven't used it yet, but then they're not laying at the moment because it's the winter and they're getting a little bit old. But hopefully in the spring they'll be laying again. And up here is their perch, which they're supposed to go to sleep to during the night, but they don't seem to. You tend to hide in the corner, don't you? But this is their new house, and they're very happy here. Now, before I introduce you to our new little ladies, I just need to warn you what they look like, okay? 3 of them have hardly any feathers on at all. In fact, one I'm actually going to take inside the house because she is very, very skinny. You can actually see her ribs, and she's actually in the little house at the moment, and she's sort of, you know, she's not, and she's shivering. So I'm going to make a little box up, and I'm going to take her inside and give her a bit of TLC, and I hope that doing that will actually make her better. I have a feeling that if I don't do that, she's not going to last very long. One of them has quite a few feathers, but none of them have any feathers on their wings. So their faces are very white, their cones are very light pink, their faces should be red, or another nice deep pink, and their cones and their wattles, which are the bits down here, they should be a nice deep pink as well, but they're not. They are very pale, they are very skinny, and they really look very unattractive. So if you don't want to see them, then please fast forward this bit, okay? I completely understand. When we went to get them yesterday, they said, which ones do you want? And I said, well, I want the ones that are most in need, and that's what she gave me. Three have sort of come out, but the poorly little one is just in there. We have got names for all four of them, but we haven't allocated their names yet. We've got Bert, Ernie, Belina and Hey Hey. But until they sort of start to get their own little personalities, we're not going to allocate a name to them. They're actually in the original small house that our first lot of chickens were in, and they've got a little run. I'm going to keep them in that house and that run for at least a month, because I need to get them dewormed, and I just need to make sure that they're all okay. And they've started to grow some feathers as well, because if I put these guys in with our original ones, it will be too stressful for them. So we're just going to have to see how it goes. They might be in the small house for a little bit longer, but I've got both runs right next to each other so they can see each other, so that's good. So let me introduce you to them, and we'll see if we can, I can show you the other one inside, but as I say, she's not very well at all. So if you don't like to see really skinny chickens and chickens who aren't very healthy, then please look away. But hopefully within several months they will look much better. Okay. Okay, so here are three of them. Oh, sweetie pie, I'll come and get you in a minute. As you can see, they are not very pretty at the moment, and they're very skinny and they don't look particularly happy, but hopefully with lots of TLC they will start to get better. Okay, it can take about 6 months, I would guess, for at least this one here. Although saying that, when we had Giz, who is the brown one of our original ones, it took her 2 years to get all the feathers that she's got now. So this is what they look like, and hopefully they won't look like this for very long. Well, so that is our new little girls. I've just taken the one who's really, really sick and very, very skinny. I've taken her inside. She's in a box. So I'll feed her water and give her little bits of food, and hopefully, fingers crossed, she may well pull through. But to be honest with you, it doesn't look particularly good. But one of them laid an egg. So there we are, our first egg from our new girls. It took you, young ladies, about 2 weeks. Honestly, love them all. Okay, so I'll keep you updated on the progress of our little chickens, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.